This is an after-school program podcast.
That's it. This is it. We did it. This is how many? What year is this, PD, of us doing this award show?
This is the third annual.
This is the third annual. I mean, after three, we can properly use the word annual, right?
Yeah.
Because before that, you're like, we're starting a new thing, maybe. And deep down, everybody's like, do it 3 years, idiots, and I'll believe you.
2 is, there's still a risk factor there that they're not going to come back.
Right.
But 3 means they're going to do it at least for 10 more years.
So we're here with the third member of the nomination committee.
Yes.
Jonathan Wright.
Guys, give it up for Jonathan Wright.
I just clapped for myself. That was a bit weird.
Yeah.
I won't do that again.
It's going to play to a lot of people, but, in the now, it's just 3 dudes.
Yeah. There's no one here to clap for me.
No.
Please clap.
Yep. Hey, this is Church Stories Podcast, the podcast that exists because
You laugh the hardest when you're not supposed to. And to do an award show.
Yes.
That's the other reason why it exists.
This is true.
Very true. Very
third
true.
year of doing what PD and I, when we started off, PD always wanted to do an award show. And, it's one of those things where like, well, do we wait or do we just do it on our own? And, we're not asking for anybody's permission, all right?
Mm-hmm.
The cavalry ain't coming.
Oh,
So
I
this is-
have something that I want to introduce. I want us to, be a legit award show and have someone come do a monologue
Yeah.
on the on the next show.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What if
we'll
I
do
just came and bombed a monologue?
Yeah. What's up?
It's like anti-humor or whatever. I'm just like, boy, I don't. Yeah, or just do what every comedian seems to do when they get out of the stage. They're like, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you can stop now.
Thank you.
Let's stop,
No, Antifa, am I right? Give it up for Questlove and the Roots over there to my left. Oh man!
Ballad, what do you do?
So this is Churchy Awards, the most prestigious award, right? Having been nominated myself, and you might be wondering, hey, how did you nominate yourself for an award show you started? To that I say, shut up.
Yeah, I mean, it's so prestigious that you didn't even have control of that. It's so outside of you that it happens.
That's right.
Look, we're guys, and we have microphones, and we have opinions, okay?
Yeah. We do what we want. Well, y'all do what you want, and I just kind of show up.
Yes, and we appreciate you showing up. How have you been, Jonathan?
I have been great. I've been looking forward to the Churchy Awards. I've been thinking, about these nominations since PD sent them to me, and I have been dwelling deeply on who is going to take these. But, in life I'm doing fine, but Churchy Awards is about all I've got going. No. Oh, yeah, my marriage is great and everything.
Yeah. And the house, and you're doing a lot of music projects. So.
Yes, a lot of music. Oh, yeah, a lot of music stuff happening. That is true. I kind of forget.
Let me say this, that there are, as a person who's creative, and I try to be actively creative, I know a lot of creative people who are not actively creative. So when I see somebody online who I know is talented and creative working, I'm like, good. This is important. Don't you know what I mean? Like, don't. Cause my biggest, I'm like, people that I like and are super talented. I'm like, don't just. Not there's anything wrong with being a teacher or something. Like, just don't end up being like a teacher or like a manager at like an IHOP or something.
Stop.
Yeah, like freaking be poor like the rest of us and create. Darn it.
I was actually talking to a guy from the church the other day, and I was like, I don't know. He was basically saying, do you ever think that your music will take off? And I was like, I don't know. I just enjoy doing it, and I'm going to keep on doing it. I don't know what's going to happen.
That's the thing,
and so
man.
that was a very dismissive thing, but I did cry a little bit. No.
And if we didn't have a podcast, me and Shama would just be doing this award show in an empty room.
That's right. Yeah. Like, hello, hey.
Me too, but the weird part is we're remote, so I would literally be by myself talking to nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys been good? Everybody been good? Everybody's fine?
We're here, and we've been good because we're celebrating the greatest year, 2020.
Yeah.
We're
podcast
today.
What better way? Am I right?
Yeah.
Wait a sec, Jonathan. You went viral over the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta bring that up.
What a weird experience that was.
That was so freaking funny. So
Barstool Jonathan over here.
I don't even know what.
Yeah, what you can say?
It was so weird. Like my parents, they literally just put this massive Christmas tree up in their house.
That was their house?
Yes, that's their house. So, like, really what happened was my mom and dad, they got so busy they forgot to get a Christmas tree or whatever.
Yeah.
And so my mom looks at my dad and is like, man, I just really want the Christmas tree. Because, that's how my mom talks to my dad is, man, bro, I want the Christmas tree. And so it ended up that my dad just, like, went into the woods and grabbed the biggest random cedar tree that he could find.
Oh, no.
And put it in the house as a joke. And my
as
mom
a
was
joke?
like, yeah, as a joke, he put it in the house. And, like, they put lights, or he put lights and stuff all over
Dude.
it. And, of course, she showed up and was like, I love this. We're not telling our sons until they show up for Christmas here. And so it ended up, I walk in the house, and I just start weeping, crying.
Oh, my
because
gosh.
it just looks like a giant bush in the middle of this room. And so I just took a very quick video, and I was just sending it to some friends and stuff. And then I thought, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing on TikTok. I might as well post it on there and see what the heck happens. And like within, I mean, it just passed 1 million views here recently, and it just keeps going. I don't know. The Barstool Sports is like, can we like post this? And I was like, I don't know. I guess so. That's fine. And then it just, it's the weirdest thing. It was a very strange experience. I went from like 60 followers that were all from church and the youth group on TikTok to like 3,000 overnight. Like, it was insane.
Dude, man.
And then I was like, what are you doing here? I'm not posting more tree content. Like, what do you think I do? You think I'm just like every week I'm like, here's this week's tree? Yeah, like,
so Jonathan,
I don't know how to keep y'all.
Now you have to make a decision whether you want to be the tree guy.
And the answer is yes.
Yeah. All right, well, we're here with Tree Guy, and we're doing the Churchy Awards.
That's me. This week's tree is an aspen tree.
Let's get into these awards.
Yeah, let's get into the awards.
We're gonna have award show music under this.
Yeah.
So
I already can feel it.
So
feel the award show.
This is a cappella now, but later.
But later.
Okay, so we're gonna go in. We've got 3, 4, 9. I think nine awards that we're going to give out. But today, this episode in particular, we're nominating people, right? We're nominating. And I think it's like nominations. Is it one nomination per person?
Yes.
Okay. First,
look at that.
First, the nominees for the first category in the Churchy Awards. Is it 2020? 2020 Church Awards are Baby. The category is Baby of the Year.
And let's start with Jonathan, because Jonathan seemed to be excited about this category.
All right, and this is Adult Baby of the Year, right?
No, this is
regular baby.
This is Baby Baby.
This is Baby of the Year.
Yeah.
This is the real. Are we having an Adult Baby of the Year?
Yeah, we're doing that
next.
Yes, yeah, of course.
I didn't. Hold up. Let me come up with a baby. Because someone else go, I forgot there were 2 babies.
I'll start.
It's confusing. I just renamed it to Baby of the Year.
I am nominating X-Ash A12, Elon Musk and Grimes baby. I wish that kid the best, but if your father is a billionaire and then
you're named XA,
your mom is like a weird indie musician, you're gonna have some issues, but I wish the kid the best.
I'm going to have to second that nomination because I don't know that there's a different baby to even talk about over the past year.
Yeah.
Other than maybe my nephew, but you know what? He's not famous.
Come on.
Yeah.
Your nephew his dad isn't Elon Musk.
Inventor
of the electric Musk-mobile.
Do you have one?
I do. Well, I'm going to go. This is going to be a little obscure, but I've known a great friend of mine, him and his wife, are expecting a baby this March.
Whoa.
But the baby, we found out about the baby and life begins at conception. So I think my baby nomination of the year is Micah Simmons, Andrew and Aaron's little up-and-coming baby. That's baby of the year to me.
That.
I'm very excited.
Now I feel bad for not nominating my nephew. voice. I don't know. I'm still not nominating him.
I mean, for the listeners, Shama's nomination is cute and all, but come on, it's Elon's baby. It's Elon's baby.
Elon, yeah. That baby's going to be the weirdest individual.
You're like swaying the competition. Oh, man. Okay. And then the next category number 2 of the 2020 Church Awards is Adult Baby of the Year.
So is this where you would like to chime in, Jonathan?
Adult Baby of the Year.
The person I'm nominating for Adult Baby of the Year, I felt like earned it, I mean, just really quick. And I noticed it from Shama's Instagram story. I'm nominating Jim from whatever the comment was where he said, "Excuse me, but your rap beat music is a major turnoff." Just saying. So whoever Jim is, you're nominated for Adult Baby of the Year.
We're laughing too much. Can you say that quote one more time so the listeners can hear it?
Yes. I got it. So I saw the quote where someone commented on something Shama his name's Jim, and then it was blurred out. He said, "Excuse me, but your rap beat music is a major turnoff." Just saying. And I saw that and I thought, that's my adult baby.
Yeah. So, Jonathan's nomination, Jim.
Jim is nominated for Baby of the Year.
Do you want to go next?
Yes.
I immediately screenshot that story and saved it because it was amazing. I laughed so hard.
My nominee for Adult Baby of the Year. This is an obscure one as well, but I'm nominating him because I am 100% sure he doesn't dress himself because whatever he wears doesn't quite fit correctly. So I'm nominating TD Jakes for Adult Baby of the Year.
Like, is that sweat or drool that was in that same photo?
For those of y'all who don't know, TD Jakes donned a leather jacket with one button, and the button... God bless.
So he wore a tight jacket. And you're like, "You're a baby.
You're a baby for that
one." Y'all have seen Spider-Man 2, right? Where he's fighting Doc Ock. You know that whole train scene where he like stretches the webs out and is like trying to stop the train from going past. That was that button on that leather jacket was just like straining, and then he fell back. A bunch of people caught him and said, "That's a hero," and there he was.
Be careful, he's a hero.
My nominee, you're probably not going to recognize the name, Jake Angeli, otherwise known as Goofy Hat Rioter Guy with the horns. Yeah, I'm nominating him for Baby of the Year. First of all, for storming the Capitol. Like, come on, you're a baby. And then second, because he's in prison. And he wasn't eating for 3 days because they wouldn't give him organic food.
Oh,
yeah,
what a baby!
Talk about somebody doubling down on being. He was like, "Wait, no, I need my organic food. I need organic nourishment after storming the Capitol." Wayne.
He's like, "How am I supposed to get my energy back up after that? You know how much energy I spent running through the Capitol like a maniac."
Oh man. Okay. Category number 3 for the Church Awards 2020 is I don't know these guys, but the PD Shama Project of the Year, also known as the Narcissism Award. PD, I don't know. What do you have to say about those guys?
I think they're pretty great, and everything they do is gold. And I would like to nominate Worship Song Song.
Yeah. Okay. Worship Song Song.
Yeah.
That's really good. I'm gonna nominate. I'm gonna nominate "Broke for Christmas."
That's what you nominated last year.
Did I nominate?
Are you gonna nominate the video for it this year?
I'm doubling down.
Oh wait, no. Did you nominate it? It was nominated by someone.
I don't remember.
Maybe I did. I forget my nominations as soon as we do this.
Hold on. I'm gonna forget that. Forget that. All right. Forget. I'm gonna switch it up
because I listened to the last time we did this to remember the categories.
You did.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have done that.
Research on this podcast. I'm gonna nominate. Listen, Pastor Puppet. I think is the greatest, one of the greatest things, comedic things to come out of the Shama PD camp, Shama PD after school program camp. So I'm going to nominate the Pastor Puppet brand, not just the project. Ooh. So that's the sketch.
Shalom.
Yeah. Shalom.
That I will say, I laughed so hard that entire video, but then it really caught me when he walked into that room and you just heard him say "Shalom." I just started crying, laughing again, and it was beautiful. my nomination goes to the church card.
Yeah. Oh,
I felt like that was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the church card video, and I enjoyed the. It felt very cinematic in a way.
Man,
so
yeah.
if there was a category for, maybe. What would that be called? Like cinematography award?
Yeah, cinematography, church award for cinema. Yeah.
Yeah. I would actually give that one to church card. And so I'm actually putting that one forward and throwing that hat in the ring for this.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's one of those things where last year we created a bunch of projects, narcissistically, I will say, where we're like, I don't know if people are going to like it, but we're going to make it the best as possible, and we're going to spend way too much money on it, and I'm going to make PD's room look like PD's room on a white psych wall, and
there you
I brought all my VR stuff in a box.
Yeah. But we had a ton of fun with it. So that's one thing that we're like, hey, this content hopefully just lives on and grows and blows up slowly eventually. Okay.
Yeah, that was a beautiful video.
Thank you. Huge shout out to Robert Threll, directed it. Brian French, who DP'd it. And DP stands for Director of Photography.
Yeah.
The fourth category for the 2020 Church Awards is Niche Christian Instagram Page of the Year under 40K.
Hey, I'll kick it off.
Kick it off, brother.
My Jesus Jelly, for sure.
Man, that was mine.
Take it. Sorry to steal your nomination, but
Does what's his name run that?
Matt. Yeah. Matt for Jesus. He runs it. I hate my Jesus Jelly. I'll just put that out there. It's a horrible page.
Oh yeah.
And I love how he takes their posts and makes them into something horrible.
I realized by seeing that page that my humor was much more twisted and strange than I even ever realized. Because I would see like these videos of him. It's just a dark room and he's talking into a jar, and I'm just like, this is hilarious. And then I'm like, what is wrong with me? What am I doing with
I think I went live with the jar.
Yes. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment, and I have to second that nomination.
Let's
again.
do it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll throw one in there. I'll throw prequel memes in there. Very small page, run by several people using only Star Wars prequel movies as the memes. So I'll throw that in there too.
I'm gonna nominate. I don't know if it's a Christian page. It's ran by a Christian guy. It's Death by Diapers.
Oh,
I think it's run by the same guy who runs Epic Christian Memes.
It is.
And
There he is.
as that's one of those pages, like seeing some of that stuff as a dad, I'm like, it do be like that. And they're under 40K, which is such a specific. Why did you make it 40K?
I just decided to add a cap.
Yeah.
Hey guys, that is
that was the one.
Yeah. That is Niche Christian Instagram Page of the Year under 40K cap with cap.
Yeah.
No cap would be not niche,
This is the next up is the category is Church Stories Episode of the Year. Church Stories Episode of the Year.
Why don't you kick it off, Shama?
Should I? Hold on a second.
Are you like torn still?
I am. Does anybody else want to go first?
I want to nominate the Buttermilk Boys because all of us were in that, and Chase.
Yes,
and
that was the one for me.
I keep stealing all your nominations.
Like, hey, it's going to become more like a unanimous awards thing. We're just going to say each year we get more in tune.
Yeah, I mean the Mormon stuff that I said, like with the election and the jacket, it was like a fever dream of a podcast. And then Jonathan called and all of your sweaty revelations, which became a thing that we said like in several episodes after. Episode got
we
named
haven't
after
even
it.
talked about the sweaty thing. Like the fact, again, I think you guys were recording that like later at night. I want to say it was like 9 that y'all called me.
Yeah.
And anytime after 8:30, I start getting in this weird mindset of just like I'm just gonna talk and say whatever I want. And so y'all called me right in that prime time where I was talking about me sweating in my sleep, and it just turned into this whole Mormon fiasco.
Yeah, it's
of
part
me
of the
sweating
canon now.
I remember
apparently.
when somebody said,
I still get tagged in comments where people are like, any sweaty revelations? And I'm like, not recently, it's not November, but
I think Revelations is such a like a revered thing that having sweaty revelations is one of those things that you're like, dang, how could you have something so profound, yet whilst so messy at the same time?
Yes.
So what have you got?
Oh, my word.
Okay, I got it. I'm trying to figure out what is the season 3. Okay, there it is. Oh man, I think I'm gonna go with This is. When was that? I'm trying to figure out when was what. Do you have one? Go ahead, Jonathan. I'm at a loss for words right now.
I'm scrolling back through looking because Sweaty Revelations was mine.
I got it. I'm going to nominate episode 94, the one about hallucinations. Okay?
Yeah.
The what about
forgot about that one, man.
The what about hallucinations to me was so absurd. Just the premise of knowing that there was a time where you were put as a cabin leader of a kid who was just having schizophrenia, and they're like,
Slender Man.
"Hey, you got him, dog.
You got it. You're fine.
Got it. See you on Friday."
And then I posted that thing on Instagram with Jonathan like this, where it said, "I drew on Slender Man's crotch by accident."
Man, I think part of what's happening to me is I'm forgetting all of the episodes that happened in 2020 because the whole year felt so weird.
Yeah.
You know?
Very.
So, like, take, for example, even you saying Pastor Puppet as a nomination, I was like, Pastor Puppet, was that 2019? No, it was 2020, and I lost track of time.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
So do you have a nomination for a podcast?
I will say, bringing up Pastor Puppet again, I thoroughly enjoyed him being on the podcast for that episode.
Yeah,
that felt like a fever dream because y'all are talking to this puppet and just having this full conversation with him as if he is this very real guest. And it felt like I was in a Muppets movie partially.
I made eye contact with the puppet the whole time.
Yeah. And then for me to watch it, I'm just like, I know the guy is like over to the side, just like laying in the floor, and y'all are having to just ignore him. And so it was. I thought that was a great episode.
Well, does he start to feel real at a certain point?
Yes. There really was a moment where I'm watching it, and I'm like, I forgot this was a puppet for a moment. Like, is this how easily I'm tricked and duped?
That's like
I'm looking at a puppet.
We just did another episode with Pastor Puppet. And it was one of those things where, like, when you lay him down, because you got to put him down, when, like, you put him in a box or something, you're like, oh. You're like, oh, gosh.
I'm so sorry.
He's crammed in a box. Oh, he's not real.
That's
this weird.
We got to revere him, you know? We must treat Pastor Puppet with respect, not just throw him in a box.
It's so
what did y'all, like, buy him, like, a private jet box that he gets in
we
like,
should. It's just like, I'll take a picture and show you, and we'll put it up too. It's like it's just this
totally.
plastic clear box where he's just like. It's one of those things where we thought about. We were like, oh, we should like. When Chris came in, we're like, oh, what should we like plan out the thing? And we all were unanimously like, no, hit record. And we're like, hey, Pastor Puppet.
So we've got the one about Pastor Puppet,
one about
hallucinations,
yes,
and the one about the Buttermilk Boys.
Buttermilk Boys, okay.
Buttermilk Boys. Okay. I will say I'm glad that I was not there for the buttermilk. I'm glad I was remote for that one. I've had buttermilk.
I'd never had it. Didn't know what it was.
I'd never drank buttermilk. It was weird. I was like, come on, guys. Okay.
Made for
I remember
20 minutes.
My grandma
content.
My grandma gave me buttermilk as like a joke when I was a kid. I was like, give me some of this milk, and she was like, oh, you sure you want this? And then gave me a little glass, and I was like, that was the worst thing ever. Why would you do this to me? Anyway, not going back into my dark secret.
Grandma. Okay, the next category is fan email of the year. Church Stories fan email of the year.
We've got a category for the fans.
Yeah, this is. Listen, if you're listening and you're like, oh, maybe I should send it in my story, and you didn't, boo-hoo.
Because one of you will be an award winner every year.
Only one.
So you got to have a good story.
Yeah, I do have one, and I don't remember the specifics of it.
Okay.
But I'm going to get it out in case PD steals it from me. So I'm going to say it first. All right. Mine was definitely the email where they were talking about the sex talk, I think, that was happening in the youth group. Do you remember that? Was that a thing?
With Matt from Moose for Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That one, for me, I was
Purity
laughing.
Month.
Oh,
Yeah.
Purity Month.
SPM.
Yeah. The private message Purity Month. I was like, this is a nightmare.
Man.
What is happening here? But I'm nominating it. That one's for you, whoever sent that.
That one was so. Did I cut anything?
No, I mean I got a couple good riffs out of it. I was just trying to save.
Yeah,
the
well, it was
segment.
so. I think I did cut a few things.
Oh,
out.
you did?
Yeah, like one.
Yeah.
It was so cringy that Petey and I were like, can we keep that in? But I'm like, dude,
Can we
SPM, SPM. Come on, we gotta keep SPM.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was so awkward and amazing that I could feel the tension through the podcast, and I think that it's just a level of art that comes through sending such an intense message that you can feel it through a podcast medium. You
And
know?
who better to have than Matt with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Dude, that was so funny, man. I'm gonna nominate Heather from Florida, the physical mail that your dad brought.
So you're nominating my dad's fan mail.
I'm gonna nominate your dad's fan mail that was read on the show, which now makes it episode fan mail. Is that allowed?
That was great.
That's a stretch.
That's a big stretch.
But I mean, if you're allowed that kind of stretch, I should just nominate Jim again from your comment. That fan mail, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it's
would you want
fan
to take
mail.
lemonade laxatives as your own? Because I think of another really good one that
What do you have?
I'm thinking the poop story that Grace read.
Okay, I was thinking of that too.
Struggled through.
I was thinking of that too. You said fan email of the year. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll do the sex talk email. And then we're also gonna do lemonade laxatives.
Yep.
And then we'll also do poop. What was the term that she used?
A spike in my pants.
A spiky boy. A spiky boy.
I think you said spiky boy.
No. In the email it said
Did
spiky
they say
boy.
Spiky boy.
Yeah, it said spiky boy. And then we're gonna throw in a bonus one, Heather from Florida. And
yeah.
that's just it. We're just gonna see.
Yeah,
Watch
it was
Heather
the
from Florida.
thirsty DM that my dad got in the 80s.
It was a mail, physical mail.
Yeah, back then that's a DM.
Yeah. Okay.
I love that story so
It's so
much,
funny.
and I love that letter.
We're gonna do the next category is guys, scandal of the year. Scandal of the year.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bum, 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 bum,
Who wants
bum,
to start?
bum,
You want to
bum.
go, Sean?
Man, I don't know how broad or specific to go. I think the scandal of the year is golly, man. The scandal of the election being stolen, air quotes. I think.
Air quotes around everything political this year. It's like politics
election
and
being
possibly
stolen.
an election being stolen.
Like QAnon.
We have a president.
It's so. I think that to me
Not
is,
by QAnon. QAnon's going to stop it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whoa, yeah.
I remember it's one of those things where like I'm trying to explain it to my wife, and like I don't know how your wife is, but like my wife doesn't keep up with news or politics. So when I see something on like Reddit or something, she's like, "What's going on?" And then I start explaining it to her, and then I'm like, Hold on. I don't even believe what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I don't.
Or you have to give like a paragraph of context.
Yeah. Or like I'm reading something and I'm like reading a headline and I'm like, this doesn't sound real. Let's forget I started anything. Sorry.
It's all one big parody.
Yeah.
We're living in a Mel Brooks movie, right?
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm waiting for the credits to roll.
How about you go next, Jonathan?
My scandal of the year is having to pay to rent Mulan, even though I already paid for Disney Plus.
That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut. I remember that.
You know what? I still ended up doing it. That's what was even more infuriating. They were like, "Oh, go for it."
Okay, I just want to. Can I just physically? I want to do an act out of. Can I just summarize what Mulan was?
Yes.
It was just like it was like fast speed fighting and then like slow motion fighting and then like I'm jumping backwards onto a roof. And yeah, I was like, what's
you
going on?
paid
here?
to watch it?
I did. And honestly, no Eddie Murphy, which I was like, that's
Yeah.
you lost me
What?
there.
Yeah, you know what? And here's my thing: I never even saw the original Mulan, and I still feel like it wasn't as good as the original.
Hold on. I'm gonna add Jonathan not having seen Mulan as a bonus.
Is that honorable mention?
Yeah, as an honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
I haven't seen a lot of Disney movies, if I'm being honest. I grew up with all brothers who all we wanted to do was watch westerns and people getting beat up.
Yeah.
So it was like,
Well,
Mulan's probably the closest to that, but we still never watched it.
yeah. I've got 2 honorable mentions.
Okay.
My first is John Christ's comeback.
Oh, boy.
Yes. Oh, and you're talking about his
Tensions
comeback
were
as in
high.
like touching and breathing everything in a grocery store in the middle of a global
With no
pandemic.
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, just like railing against cancel culture because he's upset that
And
he had
you're
to
like,
go away.
You're like 2
Yeah.
Spider-Men pointing at each other.
Yeah.
So,
Can I say a scandal? Another one, an honorable mention.
Yes.
Is PD even calling it a comeback? Because I think that would require it to be good.
well, yeah,
So-
but it's just too many people are on board with him. Like, he still does big numbers. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
But, yeah, so my second
he's
honorable
untouchable.
mention is everything Rudy Giuliani did after November. like when the 4 Seasons Total Landscaping press conference, like I was thinking about nominating him for Best Life of the Year.
Hold on a second. You're talking about the force? Is that the one where he's like
Yeah.
sweating freaking
No.
shoe polish?
This is a different thing. He was
different.
supposed
That
to
was a
book the
different
4
time.
seasons. He got 4 Seasons Total Landscaping.
Oh.
And then,
That's why he was in that freaking alley?
yeah.
Bro, what the heck?
Then he did the hair dye thing, and it was in a hot room, so he started sweating, and it looked like he was melting or oozing slime. But who knows? We can't rule those out either.
Wait a second. So who? I did not think of that. Golly, that was so cringy. I remember watching that, and he was like, "The election was stolen," and I'm like, "Why are you in the back of a freaking garage right now? What is going
So
on?"
then he farts in a press conference. I mean, no, it was in a trial. He farted.
Yes, dude. Oh my word. And the lady next to him, her reaction was like, all right.
And then he had the
What's
drunk
going on?
witness. She was like, "Let me tell you about Dominion." Like, you remember her?
Yes.
Man,
I was thinking about
Great time.
nominating him for Best Life just to go through all that and still be around.
so you said
Yeah.
Rudy Giuliani after what? After November?
Yeah. Or during and after November.
So are you're gonna okay. So John Chris come back, and then you've got Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, that's
after
for my
November.
honorable mention. But the one I'm nominating officially is Carl Lentz.
Oh,
Golly, man. Those are your
boy.
honorable mentions?
And then I'm going with Carl as my actual nomination.
Okay.
I just had to
Oh,
get those
boy.
2 in there.
Carl Lentz, that whole situation, man. So here's one thing that I'm thinking of. I had this thought the other day, and I wanted to have a conversation with somebody about it. But Hollywood will make movies about people cheating, or shows. Like Scandal was like a huge show, and like, she's sneaking around. And they held hands, and all of a sudden, the moment somebody like a high profile person cheats, it's like, go to freaking Hades, you loser! I can't believe you did that.
But-
and you're like, whoa.
The article was really funny.
Yeah,
It said,
it's like Justin Bieber's pastor. And you're
No,
like,
he was talking to the woman, and
Justin
he's like,
Bieber's even like, ah.
after the woman finds out, he's like, "We're just broken people."
Oh.
And then the person who wrote the article said, "But only one of them was pretending to be a sports agent in the middle of the park."
Yeah,
I just thought the thing about that one that made me boil internally, it got me, was where they actually interviewed the chick who the chica who she was like explaining the whole scenario basically that happened, and that she kept being like, "So what do you do for a living?" And he was like, "Oh, I work with celebrities." And I was like, "Oh, dude, like this
That's
is
so-
the worst."
That's so. You know what the thing is? It's like, what is it, like imposter syndrome? So even can you imagine like people out here in the streets being like, "Yeah, I work with celebrities," and then that person who's actually works with celebrities is also like, "I actually work with celebrities." And it's kind of like, "Yeah, dude, like, What is the?
What is this?
So
Can
that's
we
super
throw
cool.
in Rudy to be voted on too? I just feel like he deserves it to be voted on. What?
Yeah.
To be voted on for this category.
Oh yeah. I've
Yeah.
got all
Yeah,
of these.
throw
We've got
Rudy above
election
there.
being stole, paying $30 to watch Mulan, Carl Lentz. The honorable mentions are John Chris comeback, PD calling John Chris comeback a comeback, Rudy Giuliani after November, and Jonathan having not seen Mulan, and then that's it.
Okay.
Okay, the next category.
Well, that one got a lot of honorable mentions.
Listen,
That was
people, guys, listen. If you're,
But people won't
are
vote
gonna-
on the honorable mentions though.
They won't.
Can we do
That's how
a
that
best
works.
honorable mention nomination or category?
Yeah. So it's just like stuff that we don't. Yeah, okay,
So I'm
we'll
saying
do that.
let's throw it. Let's nominate Rudy to be above honorable mention.
Yeah.
Just because I think that he deserves
Okay,
it.
okay.
Um,
We'll do that.
There we
Okay,
go.
next
What do we got
category
next?
is Mega Church Pastor of the Year. Go, Jonathan.
I put old Mike Todd. I feel like the man went from 0 to 100 and is out of control.
He's been out of control.
Oh man. Oh.
He looks like he
Mike,
could play
you
in
seem
corn.
like a cool dude. I think we could hang out, but you gotta pump the brakes and slow your roll, my man.
Dude. Oh man, I've got to think. I want to. Yeah.
Wait, is he the dreadlocks guy?
No. He's the.
Oh,
he's
that's
the
Todd
black
White.
guy. Yeah.
My bad.
Todd White.
Hey,
That's who I was
actually-
thinking of the whole
that's-
time just now.
What a twist!
That's
Yeah.
that's who I'm gonna nominate. You said
Really?
Mike Todd. I'm gonna piggyback off that with Todd White. And
Hey.
Todd White, I feel like
That's why I said it looks like he could play in corn. That's because I was thinking of Todd
he
White.
started. That guy was like all about freaking people's foot, growing and stuff.
Yeah.
And then last year he actually came out with a message where he was like, "Guys, like we've been
Yeah.
wrong." And I was like, "Is that?
So-
did you
so
get it?
Did,
Are you
so
on
did the feet grow, or did they not? Were you faking
Do
it?
feet grow?
If you didn't believe it,
Do feet grow?"
He's like, I'm sorry, everybody, but I had to put everyone's feet back to the way they were in order to make this right.
let's have that be a show called "Is the Leg Longer?" It's like Maury but
People
with
sitting on their
megachurch
couch, their
pastors.
foot just like suddenly gets shorter, and they're like, I think he repented.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Look, I'm gonna go with Jo.
You're gonna go with JL?
Gotta do it. Look, we got
Oh man,
4.4 million in the PPE loans for the dude. I mean, I think personally we should have given him like 12 million.
JO baby.
But
we should have given him 12. Who's we?
taxpayers and the
Yeah.
government. I
Yeah.
think we should all
I picked the
collectively.
wrong episode to show up on. I can't
How does
afford
it-
that kind of
We
thing.
need to all
How does
send our
it
money
feel
to
that
Joel.
like as taxpayers, how does it feel to know that maybe some of the tax dollars that you've paid, Joel Osteen's, I don't know, picking up some dog poop or something? I don't know. Maybe like
if I
maybe
knew that,
it's in Joel Osteen's it's in his circulation, you know what I mean?
look, if the
Ooh.
money that I pay in taxes has a chance of ending up being thrown on Joel's private jet, then I want to pay more money in taxes.
Yeah, let's pump those up.
Yeah, we got those
Yeah.
rookie numbers. We got to bring those numbers up.
So we've got Todd
Yeah.
White.
We've got Todd White,
Mike Todd.
Mike Todd.
And J.O. Baby.
We got, first of all, it's Mike Todd, and then it's Todd White.
Okay.
Okay.
Their couple names could be Mike Todd White. Anyway,
Yeah.
I accidentally said White Todd instead of Todd White, and I was like, wait a second.
that works.
It's
My,
a very different person.
My wife's maiden name is Todd, so I'm like, yeah, I married a White Todd. Okay, last but not least. Last but not least for the category, guys. This is the most prestigious category of
Yeah.
all.
This is the big one.
This is the big one. This is the Joel Osteen Best Life of the Year award. And we don't give this out lightly. We don't nominate lightly.
No.
Every one of us has done a thorough time of seeking the Lord and thoughts and prayers in order to figure out who we want to nominate.
And first, let's honor the past two winners,
Let's
Wide Neck
honor-
Guy and the entire Sunday Service Choir. It's quite the list.
Man, White Neck Guy, where are you?
Wide neck guy
and the Sunday Service
Where
Choir.
is he?
This is
Can we do an episode of Where Are They Now? The
Yeah.
Churchy Awards winners. Where is White
I
Neck
feel like
Guy?
wide neck guy is just gonna be like he's in jail again. Oh man,
Man.
who you got, Petey?
I'm nominating the Fleetwood Mac Cranberry Juice
Golly,
guy.
man, Dogface,
Yeah,
or whatever
him.
he is.
That's
man.
That's my pick.
Talk about somebody living his best life.
I know. It is kind of funny that he has to carry around cranberry juice everywhere now
Yeah.
because that video went viral. He's probably like, man, I wish
Everyone's
I was
like, do I
drinking
know
something
you? And he
different."
pulls up the cranberry, you know?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing, man. Like, you see, Jonathan, you went viral with something too big. You can't log big bushes around. You
But,
should have went.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, 2020
Shit was
was
smaller.
such a dumpster fire of a year,
Yeah,
and he was just,
vibing.
he was just vibing
Just
on a
vibing.
skateboard.
Yeah,
And everybody's like, I think everyone took inspiration from him
yeah.
in that moment.
Man, yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. You love to
There
see
you
it.
go.
Sometimes you hate to see it, and then sometimes
Then you love it.
you
Yeah,
love to see
so
it.
write down Fleetwood
love
Mac
it.
cranberry juice guy.
Fleetwood,
or dog face, I guess.
Fleetwood Mac cranberry juice, skateboard,
Hispanic
skateboard
man.
Okay, man, I don't even know. Okay, go ahead. I typed Hispanic and autocorrect changed it to his pain. His pain. And I'm like,
pain.
no.
His pain cranberry
Yeah, so what do
juice.
you got, Jonathan?
What you got, Jonathan?
You know, it's funny you mentioned cranberry juice and a man with a beverage. I nominate the Twisted Tea man, because I
Twisted
watched
Tea
that
guy?
video a few too many times. Yes,
For best
dude,
life.
that guy, not the guy who got hit in the face,
Yeah.
but the man who used that can and literally broke a can over another guy's
Dude.
face. Two very different sides of the spectrum.
Golly,
One
man.
is a peaceful guy longboarding with cranberry juice. The other is like breaking a can over an individual's face. I had a great time watching that video. I love a good fight, you know, and which is again why I fought Slender Man for that kid. But
And why you almost
I-
fought an old man.
and yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't have a Twisted Tea with me, but I really enjoyed that. But I also, I was no lie, very close. I had certain names written down that I was considering. I had, I possibly was going to nominate both Trump and Biden due to them being in more memes this year than any other individual. Then I also had Rudy Giuliani, no lie. I had him written down, and when you said it, I was like, do I use this? But I had Twisted Tea on there, too. And it was
Twisted Tea Man. Oh, man.
Twisted Tea Man.
Who do I want to
Mr. T.
Yo. I'm actually, piggybacking off that. This is one thing that I've been thinking about. I saw something online. Mr. T, Mr. T, old
Oh!
chain man. He actually turned his life around, and he's like a hardcore believer. Doesn't wear chains anymore.
What's wrong with chains?
Huh? Well, he just was like, I can't wear gold when I know people are living in poverty.
Oh,
So,
whoa.
so you're nominating Twisted Tea Man. I'm nominating Mr. T.
And I'm nominating Fleetwood Mac dog face
Fleet
cranberry
Tea.
juice skateboard man.
All
What a
beverages, all Joel Osteen. Yeah, Mr. T. I've
Man.
heard he's like an outspoken. He tweets Bible verses and stuff and like expounds on scripture. So shout out to Mr.
And
T.
now I pity the fool takes on a whole
Yeah,
different meaning. Because, fool in the Bible meant unbeliever. And
Yeah.
he really does pity them now.
That's it. That's it. He pities the fool. He pities the fool who isn't washed in the blood. Guys, those
Yeah.
are the nominees.
Wow.
We're gonna find a way to put them out for you guys to vote.
Instagram comments.
Instagram
so follow
comments.
Church Stories on Instagram.
This podcast gets way more downloads than it has listeners. Does way more downloads
What?
than it has Instagram followers. Forgive me.
There it is.
So please show your love and support.
People download it, but they don't listen.
No, they don't. We got a lot of downloads, no listens though. Hey, and we gotta land right here. We got a jet soon. We gotta let the boy
I gotta
go.
get out of here.
Petey, you got a quick praise
Look at
report before you go?
Praise report is, man, I'm just thankful for all the laughs I got from Rudy Giuliani.
What you got, Jonathan?
Oh my goodness! I just finished painting part of the youth room at my church today, so that's my praise is that I'm done painting,
Yeah,
and it turned out beautifully.
God bless
a
you,
nice,
brother.
beautiful color.
Man.
Thank you, sir.
My praise report is I'm gonna say after school program, man. I hung out with
Look at
Andrew all day today, and then we ate barbecue. Then I was talking to Robert on the phone, and I've been talking to PD, and I think we've got a lot of stuff in the works, and I'm super excited about creating and hopefully getting Jonathan down and creating with you, and
And make it happen.
we've got
Which I will say, by the way, I have a lot of people that they will share y'all's videos, And I'm so proud of you two and who you've grown to be.
Thank you.
You know, I was there from the beginning, well after your success with Veggie Tales. But it was, every time they'll like sometimes send me the videos, and I'm like, I know those guys.
You're like, I know those
like,
guys.
What? Yeah, it's like, look at, I'm like, and then I'm like, I don't watch this stuff anymore.
If I want to hear their jokes, I call them on the phone.
Like,
you got
I've
it?
got 10 hours of public
In fact,
recorded conversations with these guys.
Shama, when you called me the other day, the guy I was with is a fan.
Yeah.
And so he called. When you called me, I like look and it's your caller ID, and he's like, "What?" There's some nice street cred. That worked out. I'm just gonna piggyback and ride that wave all the way, man.
Oh man, what if you just? What did he think? It's like when I call you, I just play my music for you. How does he? I'm a dude who has questions about microphones.
It was actually Jim, and he said he didn't really like the hip hop.
Yeah, he's like, this hip hop beats, hard beat stuff, not for me.
Yeah,
guys,
not for me.
This has been an illustrious, very professional, polished episode of the Churchy Awards edition of Church Stories Podcast.
Excellent.
We're all very prepared, and
this has been PD, and this has been our North Carolina / Virginia. I know it's confusing. Correspondent.
Which time is this for me?
I was about
is
to
it
ask.
10?
Huh?
Is it 10
Is
or
it
9?
10?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
Is it? Do you want to go
Is
check?
it 10?
We're gonna get those
a while back. I posted the leaderboard.
Jonathan, I don't know what it's gonna take for you to move down here, but just move down here already. All right.
Yeah, I know. It was like, boy, all right. Well, I didn't realize the commitment when I showed up that one time at your house randomly.
Yeah, listen, move down here. Listen, we've got bushy trees down. We got bushy, ugly trees. We can put in living rooms down here.
Man, I gotta pump that content out. You know me so well. I gotta keep it going. I've got that sponsorship with Barstool Sports to keep up.
Guys, this has been Church Stories with Barstool Jonathan back at
That's me. Thank you.
Yes. But hey, we're gonna drop off right here, guys.
Jonathan,
great show.
This is your. Let's see. This is your 7th time.
The 7th time. This is the 7th.
7th.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I will say
the number of our Lord.
Chase is chasing you.
Yeah.
I can feel it. I can feel his hot breath on my neck, and it's making me uncomfortable.
We need to just do an episode with you and Chase for like a whole
Let's
2
do
hours.
it.
That's the tie. That's the tie episode. We're like, hey, race to. I don't know who's gonna win after this.
It's like, who is gonna be the Ron Funches of Church Stories?
Yeah. Guys, it was a pleasure.
All right.
Always.
See you guys.
See you.